SCP-682 Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-682 must be destroyed as soon as possible. At this time, no means available to SCP teams are capable of destroying 682 only able to cause massive physical damage. SCP-682 should be contained within a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter chamber with 25 centimeter reinforced acid-resistant steel plate lining all inside surfaces. The containment chamber should be filled with hydrochloric acid until 682 is submerged and incapacitated. Any attempts of a 682 to move, speak, or breach containment should be reacted to quickly and with full force as called for by the circumstances. Personnel forbidden to speak to SCP-682 for fear of evoking a rage state. All unauthorized personnel attempting to communicate to 682 will be restrained and removed by force. Due to its frequent attempts at containment breach, difficulty of containment and incapacitation, and high threat of Foundation exposure, SCP-682 is to be contained inside. The Foundation will use the best of its resources to maintain all land within 50 kilometers clear of human development. Description: SCP-682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. It appears to be extremely intelligent and was observed to engage in complex communication with SCP-079 during their limited time of exposure. SCP-682 appears to have a hatred of all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. See Addendum 682-B. SCP-682 has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes, though exact levels vary in its form. 682's physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material. SCP-682 gains energy from anything it ingests, organic or inorganic. Digestion seems to be aided by the set of filtering gills inside 682's nostrils, which are able to remove usable matter from any liquid solution, enabling it to constantly regenerate from the acid it is contained in. SCP-682's regenerative capabilities and resilience are staggering, and SCP-682 has been seen moving and speaking with its body 87% destroyed or rotted. In case of containment breach, 682 is to be tracked and recaptured by all available mobile task forces until no teams with fewer than 7 members are cleared to engage it. To date, attempted breaches have numbered at 17, while successful breaches have been numbered at 6. See Addendum 682-D. Addendum 682-B. Portion of recorded transcript of Begin log. Skip to 00 hours 21 minutes 52 seconds. Doctor? Now why did you kill those farmers? No verbal communication from 682. Doctor? If you don't talk now, we will remove you from this attempt and place you back into 682. Incomprehensible. Doctor? Pardon? Motions to move microphone closer. And again, 682 is incomprehensible. Doctor. Speak up. To Personnel D-085. Move the mic up closer. 682 then begins to speak. They were... but incomprehensible. Doctor. To Personnel D-085. That microphone has only so much gain. Move it closer to it. Personnel D-085 then says, his throat's messed up, man. Look at it. He ain't talking. Gasps and screams. 682 appears to assault D-85's body. They were disgusting. Therein, the doctor retreats from the room. End log. See Addendum 682-D for breaches by 682. 682-E Termination Options. The Doctor attempts to use SCP-409 on SCP-682. The General and the Doctor are observing. 0400 Exposure. SCP-682 begins to tear at the point of contact, causing massive trauma to the area. 682 requests several times to know what it has been exposed to. Crystallization begins, spreading much slower than normal. 1200 hours. SCP-682 shows signs of extreme pain and begins having seizures. 1300 hours. Crystallization stops at 62% conversion. Crystallizer explodes, causing massive trauma to 682. 1400 hours. 682 recovers from exposure despite the loss of limbs and organs. 682 begins regeneration, stating that it will attempt to kill and consume all staff of Volume 682-E18. SCP-682 now appears to be immune to the crystallization SCP, also known as SCP-409. Use of other SCP items to terminate 682 must now first be tested on samples of 682 before full-scale testing. In accordance with the Doctor's recommendation, see Document 27B-6, Doctor and Doctor have requested permission to attempt the termination of 682 using 689. The request is currently pending the approval from the... It's also been suggested by Dr. Gears to use SCP-182 in an attempt to communicate with 682. 182 has expressed reluctance and refuses to enter the containment center of 682, if at all possible. See Addendum 682-F, the termination log, for further.